Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James and also the Brink, and we are one community. Today, I want to talk to you about something that has been on my mind for the past few months, and that is, what is the next device I am getting? I have the Steam Deck. I have 2 Steam Decks. I technically have 3 Steam Decks, but what else am I going to get besides the ROG Ally, which I do have one of those now, and I will be doing a review on or an overview on soon enough. But what is the next one? Because there's AYANEOs. There's so many different devices for days, for emulation, for whatever it is. And to be fair, the Steam Deck is an amazing device and can handle most games that are not released in 2023 that are AAA. Now, that's a whole other topic that I will cover on a whole other day, coming down to AAA games on how good or bad they are in today's world with performance and expectations. I'm looking at you, Starfield. I love you, but man, I feel like Skyrim might even be more advanced. I'm kidding, kind of, but Skyrim might be more advanced in some aspects than Starfield, albeit that game does have a lot of newer things that some games wouldn't have, or they've meshed together. But those characters, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it beats Fallout 4 or something. Maybe they're the same. I just don't feel like they changed a whole lot with the characters, depending on where you're at. But that's a whole other topic for a whole other time. No. What I plan on getting next is the Legion Go. Now, this is a device that I've talked about multiple times now. It's a device that I have wanted to get for a while, and it's not out yet. It comes out on October 31st. If you pre-order it now on bestbuy.com, you can get yours around the day of, sometimes they'll ship it out a little early. Sometimes they'll ship it right on the day of, and depending on how the distribution system goes, you could get it that day, but I will not be getting it day one. I will be getting it probably mid-part of November, so you can expect a review around that time. I don't have the time nor the funds to fund that specific thing yet, because, this is a small YouTube channel, and this is a hobby. Well, okay, I shouldn't say hobby. This is definitely an aspirational YouTube channel, along with my game development. These are the 2 things I love doing, so expect me to be around more. The Legion Go has some of the most unique things. Yes, AYANEO has a lot of uniqueness to it, especially their flip and slip and slide, or whatever you want to call it. They have a device for it, except for I don't think they have detachable controllers, and that's what I want on my next Steam Deck. It's one of the many things on my wish list that I'll have to reinvent and reimagine one day, as I've done that a few times. But we can get it now. Yes, the One X Player 2 does have it, and it is good, but I want something that is just distributed, that is made by a mainstream company, and they take a little bit more risk, I would say, like with their mouse / controller. So the controller detaches, and you have a mouse like trigger controlling frenzy with it. And while I really love the idea of that, I'm a little afraid it's going to be gimmicky, because some things, like if it's too crazy or too weird, too out of the norm for me, I don't tend to use it. I don't know about you guys. You can let me know in the comments. Is that something that you plan on using, something that you envy of Legion goers, or is it something that you're maybe just holding off for and just seeing? Maybe it isn't as good as people say. Maybe it is. I'm a big first-person shooter fan. I actually could find myself sitting at a desk somewhere, maybe at my parents' house, with that trigger playing Half-Life 2 on it. I think it'd be pretty fun. I love the idea that it's an 8.8-inch screen. It's another thing. I want an 8-inch Steam Deck. I think 8 inches is probably about the perfect size. It seems like they heard my wish list and they made a device, the Legion Go. And a downside is I actually do like SteamOS. I do wish that SteamOS is compatible with, more compatible. Yes, there's going to be ways to be able to install it, but I want full compatibility, and I want a dual boot Windows and SteamOS. That would be the perfect device for me. eGPU compatible. It's going to have pretty much everything that I want in the Steam Deck 2. except for the battery. And you guys have probably heard me talk about this so many different times. I don't care about the battery, but I do recognize that a Z1 Extreme chip, that's the APU, that's in the ROG Ally, and an 8-inch screen, that's 144 hertz. Yes, it doesn't have the VRR, which adds smoothness and potentially maybe more frame rates, stuff like that. I'm sure people can correct me in the comments if they want. But I just want it to last about as long as the Steam Deck. I don't know if it's going to. We'll see. Because that's a big, tall order. I will have to say, with the ROG Ally, Tony Hawk, with that device, with it being set to 10 TDP, so I limit down to 10 TDP, I get really good battery life on it. It still runs around 40 frames per second. Depends. Like, you get similar frame rate as you would with 15 TDP on the Steam Deck. The ROG Ally has been really nice lately. That being said, there's some downsides to it, and I can talk about that in another video. This is just a video about I'm planning on getting the Legion Go. I'm curious who's getting the Legion Go. The reasons why I'm getting the Legion Go, because it's like the Steam Deck 2 for me. It might honestly be the last device I get for a while because it has everything that I kind of want. Battery life being the exception of, I don't usually care because I usually have my device hooked up to a power source, depending on how long I plan on playing my session for. But I will have to definitely say, let's say I've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on that thing and set it to 10 TDP and it only gets an hour battery life, if not less, I will be fairly disappointed. But who knows? Without getting it, without testing it, without feasting upon its goods, I can't tell you guys if it's going to be worth getting or not. And that's the main thing I want to do. I want to let you know, and I want to let myself know how good it is, whether it's good or bad. Visually also is one of the things that doesn't quite get me. I don't like, it has some boxy areas. It has some areas that just don't feel refined. AYANEO knows how to refine a device, flat out. Love the devices that they produce, even though I'm not the biggest fan of some of their controllers. I just haven't been a big fan with some of them. The AYANEO Air that I have is a good small device, but it's not my perfect device, and I don't need something on the go. Or something on the go in my pocket, I should say. Now, I will have to say, the slides, the flip, if it wasn't for the essentially sunken in joysticks that are shorter, smaller, it would be pretty interesting one. The flip that has the second DS screen, and I wouldn't even say I'm the biggest DS fan, like Nintendo DS and 3DS. I do like them, and I acknowledge there's some good games, but I'm not the biggest fan. But the ability to be able to play 3DS games and the Wii U on it, like emulated, very intriguing, very intriguing. It's definitely something like with the Steam Deck and with these other devices, you have to get a secondary monitor attached to it to like mimic the whole situation. If there's other ways to do it, of course, but all that intrigues me very much. It's definitely, this is an amazing start, and I think we're going to have a little bit of a lull of the next, few years of portable handhelds. I think the Z1 Extreme's here. I don't know if a Z2 Extreme or Z2 chipset is going to be coming anytime soon. Who knows? This could be just a new laptop situation where every year we get a new iteration on portables. Now, I do feel like some people feel obligated to have to pick up every portable device, or they feel like, well, this is silly. Why would they come out with a new one already? I have the Steam Deck. That's fine. It's not for you then. It's okay for them to try to release products to compete. We want competitors. The Steam Deck will improve. Trust me. Valve's not the best at looking at competitors, but even having the virtualization almost in the back of their, like, maybe not the right way to put it, but just essentially having it in the back of their head that, hey, someone else is making cool stuff too. and them just being able to build off of that. I think they're more than happy to have competition, and I think that this will drive our portable devices to be much better in the future. So I'm really not sure how 2024 is going to go, but I do know that the end of 2023 with the Legion Go is going to be amazing. And it's going to probably be the device I use for a good long while, albeit I do like the ROG Ally. I do like my Steam Deck, and I do use my Steam Deck still. I use for Persona 5. It is a Persona 5 device now. It is, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I've been playing Persona 5 on this thing for months now. That's because it's 100 plus hours. I've said less, but the way I'm playing it, apparently it's 100 plus hours. I mean, I'm only like 70 hours in, but that's what it does. At least it does more than flip butter or serve butter or whatever the Rick and Morty, meme thing is. But it's designated as a Persona 5 device. At this rate, I'm going to have 3 devices. ROG Ally is going to be my Tony Hawk 1 and 2. My Steam Deck is going to be Persona 5. And then my Legion Go is going to be a first-person shooter device. We'll see. I know I'm silly, but you know what? Hopefully you guys love it. And if you do, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar, as any help in any way like that does help grow the channel, helps me, and also also helps me know that you like it. Also, please comment below what you guys think of the future of the Legion Go, whatever it is. I am curious, and yes, I have not made a video in a little bit, and thank you for watching. Check out all my other goodies down below, and thank you guys, and I'm back, baby. Expect some more videos, some more podcasts, and a devlog on another channel, the Brink, TH3BRNK. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys later. Peace out. Later, guys.